what are key business drivers? Now this is a very important aspect of business because key business drivers keep on changing over time, and one has to be very careful to track the right drivers, be aware of the changing business drivers, and therefore take action accordingly. Take the case of two companies, Ford Motors, and when Ford Motors started making the first car, the most successful one being the Model T, which was quite a revolution. Now, of course, the Model T was brought in the concept of mass manufacturing, mass production, and it fundamentally changed the way business is done. Now, when GM came in a little later, Ford already had dominance in the marketplace. However, what GM did was that instead of as Ford used to offer only one model and one color, GM made several models and had a lot of stylish designs. So as a result of which, GM could capture the market and do much better than Ford. Now, why is it that Ford missed this out? Because why is it that Ford became bigger than General Motors? General Motors became bigger than Ford. What General Motors saw was that the average American's disposable income was rising, and he wanted to, and the railroad network had taken shape, so they wanted better cars, larger vehicles which can go for a long distance and could represent the customer taste. So riding on all this wave, General Motors created several models, which then of course later Ford also did all that, but by the time General Motors has already taken the lead. Let me also, so here when we are talking about the key business driver, Ford got carried away by technology. And when we talk of General Motors mixed technology by that time was kind of proven at that stage, and they mixed technology with marketing and consumer-centric behaviors. So consumerism as such. So the business driver had changed by the time. Ford, it took time for Ford to realize. General Motors realized it faster. Think of the business drivers in the case of restaurants. If you look at it, on one side you have the fast food. The fast food business driver is what we call as operational excellence. Now these fast food can these are all those which are kind of very efficient supply chains, trying to deliver the product faster. It's a fixed menu from which the customer has to choose. Not very many options. At the same time, now examples of fast food can be what we know globally as McDonald's, or you can also have the Indian Udupi joints, which are the fast food joints with a set menu and with very fast service. On the other side, what you have is specialty restaurants. Now, the specialty restaurants is all about an experience of dining. So these people, they are not about operational excellence. They are all about customer intimacy, and they talk about the experience of dining, the ambience, and the food, and the overall customer moments of growth and how they are captured. In between these, which are the other two extremes, there are lots of combinations which are available. Some of them saying that we make the best ribs. Someone saying we are best in a particular cuisine. So these are the various other models which are of product excellence. So those people are not talking about of experience, or they don't talk about the best possible, fastest possible service. They are saying that we are the best in the particular cuisine or the particular product that we are known for. It might be a donut, it might be a coffee, it might be ribs, it might be the dosas, it can be the curries, it can be whatever. So there are three ways in which three key fundamental business drivers are there. One is operational excellence, the other is product excellence, and the third is customer intimacy. Companies must understand that these business drivers should not get mixed, because if they do, that is when those organizations are unable to manage the business. Consider the airline industry in India. Kingfisher Airlines first started full service flights. Then they bought over a company called Deccan, and which was into low cost flying. Now, when it is the low cost model and the full service model cannot exist good together, because they are contradicting. While the low cost model is all about operational excellence as a business driver, the full service is all about customer intimacy. Now the two cannot exist together, and therefore this business over time, the Kingfisher Airlines went through very tough times and is yet to reinvent the model. Important thing businesses must know is that do not confuse the business drivers, be very clear on what you are going to do. And as times change, as demonstrated by Ford and General Motors experience that we had talked of, as times change, be alert to the changing business model and change before that, so that you can stay dominant in your marketplace.